is that Indians are great at doing research on the net, but finally buy offline. That's what my common perception was. You went to the net, you went to the internet, did a lot of research on what you wanted to buy, especially in the electronics and cars, but finally you walked into physical presence, and at least for the cars and electronics. This is very interesting. Okay, so coming back to moving on from that, sorry, you had a question?
Yeah, just one question, right? I think, see, to your point, right, in the West also, you take the percentage of business, let's say Walmart generates online versus in their retail stores, it's about 10%. Even though the numbers are big, it's still 10%. It's not like it's 60%, right? But the real competition is with the, who's Amazon, Walmart's biggest competition? It's Amazon, right? But Amazon has got into home delivery of grocery, every aspect, right? So even in India, when I see the evolution, the retailers, and it's not so much whether you have an independent store or you're in a mall, but really your competition, if you're selling clothes, is Jabong and the other guys, so Myntra, those guys. So what are the retailers doing, regardless of whether they're in the mall or whether they're in the retail space, to actually compete with them, right? Because it's not so much competition between the retailers that are offline, but more so competition with the e-commerce players that are extensively kind of encroaching on that space, right?
The truth is that as far as India is concerned, I don't think, all the online retail players are out there still in that, prior to the crash of 2008, every brick and mortar retailer in India was only talking top line. None of us knew what a bottom line meant, because we were being paid to add numbers. And in 2000 it was with the .com guys, you were being paid to add eyeballs. Now the world has changed for the .com boys, it's changed for the offline retailers. Now we're being paid only for profits. We're not getting anything on the top line. I don't think the online retailers have yet moved to that model. I believe because it's so early, they're still ready to lose cash and gain business. The reason I kept asking about what is it in the West is eventually what will happen is the very organized, there is always going to be, in any retail environment, there is going to be the early adapters, there's going to be the technologically advanced people who are very comfortable, who will do all of this online. And that's going to be a set, and it is going to happen that way. But even in the West, the reason that balance 90% hasn't moved, Amazon is growing at a fast pace, but it's going to be a very long time before this gets changed. Because at the heart of it all, man is a social animal. It's not going to change until we become averse to social interactions. What is Indian retailers, what are they going to do? Some of them have woken up, not everybody. So there are companies like Basics Life who have already started an online store, who are trying to compete. My guess is that Indian retailers haven't woken up yet completely to the fact that there is an online thing and you need to take Jabong on head on, right? No one's done that yet. Like in the book trade, no one's done it. All the bookshops are going out of business or they're starting to lose large amounts of money, but no one's been able to come up with a competitive product. And that should be fairly simple, I would have thought, because you're already in the offline book business, so to do the online bookshop isn't so tough. But I think all of us have been caught unawares. At our cookie business, we've got an online, we've got an offline, but the offtake in the cookie business is not huge. In the multiplex business, there is a growing online presence where people are booking their tickets, they're checking where their seat should be. All of that's happening. But it's not, the numbers like you pointed out are more or less in that category. People haven't traversed completely to that.
Okay, I'll just move on to the next topic and we'll come back.